I applied for this job because we both meet each other's requirements. I've recently graduated from Full Sail University with a Bachelor of Science degree in digital cinematography with a 3.7 GPA. I'm a creative videographer seeking to work for a high quality company like yours. The key responsibilities of planning, shooting, and editing video are all I have done for the past 2 years. I've received an A on every film project we were assigned, and I've walked in every role, including producing, directing, writing, and editing films. I'm also very familiar with the studio equipment needed to shoot film. I've used a Sony FX6 as my camera for the past 2 years. I also already have a GVM lighting kit that I have operated for every film that I have done for Full Sail University. I was assigned to shoot a film for our final project in our last class. I chose to shoot an instructional video on how to change the oil in your car. We had a total of 14 days from pre-production to post-production and have a final video ready to turn in. I planned to use the first week for pre-production. This included getting permits for everything from my shooting location and music, and talent paperwork to be done in the first week as well. The second week was going to be dedicated to shooting the film starting on Monday. Then from Tuesday on, I would be working on the edit and sound design. Unfortunately, the weather did not want to cooperate for 3 days. This left me with 4 days to shoot and edit my instructional video. Getting the shoot done in 1 day was not an issue. I was more worried about the time crunch for editing. Finally, on that Thursday, we had a break in the weather. We had been getting everything from rain to snow and hail. The day of filming was only 38 degrees and windy. However, the sun was out, so we took advantage and got the film we needed for the project. Then I moved straight into editing for the next 3 days. I took my time and made sure everything was balanced with the proper lighting and color correction, and I picked out a nice soundtrack that balanced against my audio. I was not the happiest with the end result, mostly because I felt like I had rushed through the project. Fortunately, my class thought otherwise, and I won 3rd place in the Best Instructional Category film festival that we did in the classroom. One of my greatest strengths is my ability to stay calm and focused under pressure. Whether I'm managing tight deadlines or troubleshooting unexpected challenges, I'm able to think clearly and make thoughtful decisions. I believe that the strength that came to me over my time in service with the U.S. Army. I'm also a strong communicator, both in listening and articulating ideas, which helps me collaborate effectively with different teams and keep projects on track. Shooting and editing video are also 2 of my strengths. I enjoy setting up the lights and camera exactly how I need them. Looking through the viewfinder and watching the action allows me to watch my vision unfold. Editing to me is like putting the final puzzle pieces together. You have to take your time and choose the right cuts and how the transitions make everything come together. Everything has to make sense for the audience. Finally, I bring a creative mindset to problem solving. I enjoy finding fresh angles or more efficient ways to approach tasks. For example, while I was in the Army, I was responsible for over $13 million worth of tools needed to fix aircraft. The first issue was tool organization. We had more tools than we had space. I did some research and found some company that does rolling cabinets for tool storage. Once this was put in place, it gave us more space that we could use in our shop to fix broken equipment and tools. Events like this have helped me contribute meaningfully both day-to-day operations and big picture goals. While at Full Sail University, I wrote, produced, directed, and edited a short documentary that was accepted by the New York Film Rise Film Festival in 2024. The entire project took 3 months to complete. I was in charge of everything, including finding talent, crew members, and locations to shoot at. I chose a private business that was looking for some exposure. I also shot a commercial for this same business. I was told by the client that her business had picked up 10% by her just putting her commercials on her website and her social media. I've also shot a series of commercials for one of our local barbers here. I shot a 60-second, 30-second, and 15-second commercial set for him. Each one is unique in its content and styling because they each promote something different about the business. I was told by the client again, he started to see more customers after posting my commercials to his website and social media platforms. I also introduced a cost-cutting strategy in my old shop in the Army. We used to use paper towels to clean up after ourselves while working on the aircraft. However, these special paper towels cost about $80 a box, and we could go through 10 boxes on a normal workday. I talked with the chain of command and the mechanics on the ground to get their input on how we could save money on paper towels. Again, I did some research and found a company that does cloth rags for mechanics. We use them, the company picks them up, cleans them, and returns them. The service cost $125 a month compared to over $24,000 a month in paper towels that had to just be thrown away and could not be recycled. I'm different as a cinematographer because of my ability to blend strong technical expertise and a deeply intuitive style. I don't just focus on making shots look beautiful. I think about how every frame supports the story, tone, and emotion of the scene. I am also good at working solo or being collaborative with a creative team. I've worked closely with directors, production designers, and gaffers to bring a shared vision to life while staying flexible on set. Whether it's a large production or a tight indie shoot, I adapt my approach to fit the scale without compromising quality. Another thing that sets me apart from the other candidates is my life experience. I've served 20 years in the military. I've traveled the world multiple times and had the pleasure of experiencing so many different cultures. I've been married for 27 years and have 4 wonderful kids. And I also have an associate's degree in psychology that helps me not only understand people, but life itself. I'm also a combination of creativity and practical execution. I'm someone who can come up with original ideas, but also can map out how to implement them efficiently and realistically. I take pride in being both detail-oriented and big-picture focused. I don't just complete the tasks, I think about how they connect to larger goals. That combination of storytelling, sensitivity, visual precision, and team-focused problem solving is what makes my work the presence that makes it stand out. Do you have any type of retirement plan or investments for employees, such as a 401k? Do you have any medical benefits? If so, what do they cover? How would you describe the team culture, and how does the company support creative collaboration?